Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How's it going? Boy, have we had a week, right? We had a week that lasted a month for me. Uh, welcome to Power Hour every Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We got a lot to talk about. We got obviously the markets railing. I mean, you know, is this the bear market of 2025? The market sell-off keeps intensifying, and I'll put my 2 cents in it. I've done so much content previously about everybody being in the pool. There's a rug pull coming. Um, you know, this is the time, seriously, this is the time that my experience will pay off for my account. I don't know about my group. I hope they held it together. I mean, it was an eventful week, obviously. Uh, Look, nothing goes down forever, nothing goes up forever. We know that. But what happens is that with technology, with algos, things get more intense, right? And I get it. Seeing red every day is not good. Okay, it does a lot of damage, and I will go through my charts. I mean, today I may go long actually because I'm going to put the link out if some of you want to come on. It seems like nothing works, right? And you take a stab at something, and the next day it's down another 5%. The point is, this is the time your experience comes into play, right? You've seen the movie before. When I say you, I have. When you've seen a movie before and then you're watching a sequel, and it happens quite often, all you have to do is draw from past experience, draw from the original movie, and separate what's similar and what's not. So what is similar is the speed of things happening these days, okay? What is not similar is also what's similar is the magnitude of the move and how quick it happens. And I don't know how many times I've said this. Market walks up the stairs or stocks walk up the stairs and they take the express elevator down. So when I go through my demolished charts, okay, literally demolished within 10 days, your portfolio does not exist of the market. Your portfolio exists of individual stocks, in most cases anyway, unless you're an ETF holder. But even if you're an ETF holder, from peak to today's low, we had about 7-8% on the S&P 500, about 12% on the NASDAQ. So when you're holding a 3, 4, 5 beta stock, so beta means, for people who don't know, beta is the multiple of how much a stock will go up or down on a 1% move of the index. So let's say your stock is NVIDIA. Okay. 140 was the high a couple of weeks ago. I think NVIDIA carries a beta of about 2.8 to 3. Okay. So market goes down 12% on triple Qs and NASDAQ. All right. NVIDIA hit 108 today. So 140 to 108. That's 32 points. For that 32-point move, did anything change in NVIDIA over the past 10 days? Trading days? No. Earnings came out, they were good, but the signs were there. Earnings were great, blew it out of the water. Stock got sold off the next day by 10 points. These are all the signs that you draw from your experiences, okay? The market is telling you something. The market has been telling me something for a while now, right? I'm not going to say, I told you so, this and that. That's childish. But what I'm going to say is that on this drawdown, and I'll put up my account on this drawdown. When the market sells off 12%, most accounts will either get blown out or will go down 30%, because that's the holdings that they have in the accounts, and then the beta of it being 2, 3, let's say. Okay, I'm following stocks that I still like, that nothing has changed, that had good catalysts. For example, Upstart, Affirm, great earnings 10 days ago. Affirm, after the earnings hits, I think it got up to 82. I just sold cash secured puts at the 50 level, stocks 48. What has changed? Nothing has changed, right? But if you get caught with one of those and you're holding the stock, even if you're holding it long term, which is great, fine, no problem. But what happened to your portfolio? It got wrecked. I mean, even if you're holding a firm at 40 bucks a share, you're looking at a double at 80. Within a week, you're back to even. You know, that takes a toll. Now, it takes many different tolls on, obviously, on your account. The financial part is one. Emotional part is another one. You know, market is, I've said this also before, market is a mechanism to make everybody wrong, okay? When you think things are going to stop, they don't stop, they go further. When you think they're going to stop on the upside, they don't stop, they go further. The perfect example of being Palantir. But I was extremely cautious. Now the picture is, you know, worth 1,000 words for me. And the writing's on the wall. We don't have to think much now. Okay, now we're set. Well, how are we set? Am I celebrating a 12% down move, 30, 40% in some stocks to look at them as a massive lifetime of a buying opportunity? No. Am I going to trade? Yes. Is the bounce going to come today? I sure hope not. Because the sellers are so willing to sell, and it doesn't look like, but they're getting exhausted. I could tell also by my experience watching many, many different things. They're getting exhausted, and nothing goes straight down. So what we'll have is a face ripper of a rally. I'm hoping that it starts maybe midday Monday, or we'll go through the Friday crash, mini crash, Monday crash, and then bounce. It's not even use the word crash, but you know, technically, according to CNBC, which I just watched, I watched Powell talk about it, which he didn't say much, obviously, as usual. Markets oversold. We had a little bounce before I came on, so I don't know where it is now, but the sellers are very willing to sell at any price at the moment. So when that happens, you just kind of know we're at the end of this leg. So just like when we were going up, we had multi-legs, right? I think we're going to have multi-legs down. I don't think we're going to have that little V bottom that everybody is expecting, because that's what the market's going to do. Everybody from the past, they're all like, yeah, it's going to be a V bottom. We're just going to go make new all-time highs. No. Why is that? I've been talking about this, you know, on the channel. It's honestly, the channel is for my own good, just to get my voice out, because I have all these thoughts in my head and might as well put it on a channel. Maybe 10, 20, 50 people will watch and learn something and protect themselves from what's about to happen. I think market is the perfect pricing mechanism, and it's pricing in a slowdown. So what it's doing is it was pricing in a soft landing. Okay. Well, that's gone now. So unequivocally, that's gone. So well, now it's pricing a slowdown. Why? Well, look at all the macro data that we're receiving. 2 months in a row, consumer confidence is in the toilet. Okay. Why is that important? It's important because 80% of our GDP is consumer spending. If we don't get the plastic and spend, the economy doesn't go anywhere. We don't manufacture anything. So that's one part of the macro picture. Second part of the macro picture is the consumer is already stretched and inflation did not go away. When you're paying 10 bucks for a dozen eggs, yeah, inflation did not go anywhere, as the Fed tried to do, or kill inflation with raising rates from 0 to 5.5% in short period of time, and we know what happened to the market then. We had a 30% drawdown. So because then, even just like now, market was not pricing in an interest rate hike, a quick interest rate hike of that magnitude. And market always prices things in. And market's always 6 to 8 months ahead of what's about to happen economically. It's a good fortune teller, actually. So what you need to now pay attention to is what's happening in the macro to create a thesis for yourself. Okay. Well, I've created this thesis a couple of weeks ago. Let's take care of some business while I'm at it. We have a wonderful, wonderful members group on Telegram. So if you do choose to become a member and support the channel, appreciate it. You're getting me for a Big Mac. I think it's worth it. But you're also getting 4 extra members only lives every month, every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, time to be determined on those. You get the replays of the members only lives. You get direct access to me, obviously, in those lives. We can fix whatever you have problems with. There's a free access to a Telegram chat group, which we have about 25 of us in there now. It's been on fire. The other thing you get is you get my trades live. I execute the trade within 30 seconds. I put them there. None of this is trading or financial advice. If you want to participate, but I put my trades in as far as when I'm entering and when I'm exiting, what my goals are, what my thought process is, and you can tag along. Again, none of it is trading or financial advice on the Telegram chat group or here. And the last thing you get is this beautiful T-shirt, manufactured by Gig With It. And we all wear it because the name of the chat group or member group is #KnowYourWorth. So did I know my worth this week? I think I did. So going into this, I mean, the members know, I just keep saying, keep bullets, save powder dry, powder dry, powder dry. And today I started tippy-toeing in the shallow end of the pool, and I will keep doing so because I was about 80% cash going into this. And I saw this coming and I cleaned the account up. I had some bunch of riffraff, garbage in there. Again, why? Because of experience, because I've seen this movie before. I'm not overly bearish, by the way, so don't get me wrong. But I think we're going to have a multi-leg down move. So we're going to have a face ripper rally here next couple days. It'll probably last 3 days. FYI, bear market rallies are more fierce actually than bull market rallies. So on bull markets, what we do is we just keep grinding higher, make all-time high after all-time high. On bear market rallies, we swoosh down, we snap back up, and then when you look at my rubber band theory, right at the moment, the rubber band is stretched pretty much as it could get stretched. Now, some of you may say, well, what if the rubber band breaks, Serge? It doesn't, because we have guardrails against that. We didn't have guardrails in the 87 crash, on dot-com bubble and things like that. But during the GFC, we put so many guardrails for it not to do so, such as, trading halts. We have daily limits. And I mean, daily limits are so big that, it doesn't matter, honestly. But rubber band won't break. The system will not break. If the system did not break in 2008 great financial crisis, I don't think it's going to break, and I don't think the Fed would allow it to break. So with the rubber band theory, we're pretty stretched. That's like a bungee, right? Jumping off a bridge, as crazy as you may be, because this is the same thing with the stock market. It's a bungee. So you jumped off the bridge. What happens? The first stretch is as far as it's going to get stretched, right? And then what happens? There's a snapback. You won't go all the way there to the top, obviously, but you will go maybe halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way, and then you'll fall again. The second bounce will be less. The third bounce will be less. So figure the analogy that way, that, we have stretched the rubber band as much as we can for this leg. We will have a rally. We will have a rollover. We will retest. Because look, you know, you may like technical analysis, you may not like technical analysis, you may agree with it or not disagree with it. Granted, charts are telling you the past. They're not going to tell you what's going to happen in the future, but patterns do repeat, okay? And selling comes in waves, just like buying comes in waves. So when we were going up, what were we doing? We would make an all-time high, strong move, then we'll consolidate for a couple of weeks, and then to gather energy for the next leg up. Well, now this is going to be the opposite. Just turn it around, right? So we just decided we had this massive drawdown. Well, not massive, 10, 12%. We'll bounce maybe halfway. If not, wherever. We'll figure that out. The bounce's strength, by the way, will tell me how weak the market is. If we bounce 3/4 of the way, that means market is not as weak as I'm thinking. But if we only bounce 1/3 of the way and then we start rolling over and make lower lows, we're going down. So, well, I think we're just going down anyway. I think this will be, because of the macro picture completely changing now, and market is pricing in a slowdown, getting rid of the idea of soft landing, which was a fallacy to start with, because on the channel I've talked about these things. The only thing I hope that doesn't happen, which there is some signs of it, is something called stagflation. I think that'll be horrible because there's no cure for that. I'd rather have inflation than stagflation. So, but we're not there yet. So let's not, let's not talk about that today. We'll talk about that when the time comes. So when the bounce happens, what do? You lighten up. If you're lucky enough to buy some things for the bounce, which I will, which I started today by selling cash secured puts, because I'm willing to own all those shares at that level. And so what do? We just bounce it and clean up accounts. We just clean up. It's just like cleaning up your house. You need to clean up. If you have a lot of trash laying around, you need to collect it and throw it out. That's what it is. Raise cash. Because cash is a position. Unlike a lot of people say it's not. Well, it is. Well, wouldn't you rather have cash when the market's down 25% from its high, or not have cash, or you're stuck in something that you're hoping to break even and there's one day it'll go up kind of an attitude? I don't do that. Now I have 2 accounts, investment account and trading account. I don't know, going into today, I was literally like 75, 80% cash, and I may be more cash depending on what my 2x ETF of MSTU does, but MSTR does, because I have options expiring today. They may get called, they may not get called. That thing is so volatile. I'm okay with volatility, people, but that thing is so volatile, it's giving me a headache. Okay, and I am perfectly okay with volatility. That thing is going between 7.5 and 5.5 in blink of an eye. This is a $5, $6, $7 stock. Okay, so no, this kind of solidified my thought process. I hate selling covered calls. I hate it with a passion. They kind of put you in a prison, right? You won't take the most you could take out of a stock on the way up because you're limited, and it will not give you enough protection on the way down when things like this market happens. So covered calls, think like 5 times before you do anything with it. But we'll see what happens with that. So we'll get, another thing that's changed, by the way, as far as macro is concerned, I've created this thesis, and I talked about this extensively during our members live. Here's my thought process with the new administration. What does market dislike the most? Put it in the chat. What does market don't like? Market doesn't like uncertainty. Okay, that's been the case for the last 30 years I'm doing this. Who likes uncertainty? Do you guys like uncertainty? No, you want some sort of certainty in your life. You want some, level-headed kind of a situation, right? When you have, look, I'm not going, this is not about politics. When you have an administration that makes announcements every hour on the hour, and the algos just go wild, trade the crap out of it, you're going to get shaken out a lot. So You know, this past 2 weeks has been what? Tariffs. All right. I did videos about tariffs. Tariffs, I think, is a tax on the average American. We will find out because the goalpost keeps getting moved around. Today we have tariffs. 2 hours later, the next day we don't have tariffs. The next day we have tariffs. The next day it's 25%. The next day, oh, we're delaying it to April 2nd. I am not subscribing to that idea. Now, but behind this, I think there's a bigger plan. Am I saying that the administration doesn't have a plan? Absolutely not. I think they have a plan. Now, it's a extremely risky plan. And I talked about this on the members live. And if you do become a member, you'll get access to that. You know, you guys might call me nuts on this one, but I think it's pretty accurate. Well, I think a lot about these things. So here's my thesis. Trump administration can't do anything about the Fed lowering rates. We know what has happened to interest rates. Interest rates have gone up 100 basis points while the Fed is trying to lower interest rates. By the way, why was the Fed cutting rates? They knew this was coming, right? And everybody was like, oh yeah, all-time high, well, look where we are now. So all those FinTwits on Twitter, oh, buying an opportunity of a lifetime, Palantir at 125, it's a great deal. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But getting back to the thesis, my thesis is that it's a risky thing to do, very risky thing to do, but I think it's necessary, okay? So the administration is going to try to slow consumer spending down. That's the only way inflation is going to go away. But unfortunately, our GDP, 80% of our GDP is made up of consumer spending. So if we really intentionally try to slow consumer spending down, none of the earnings numbers are going to match anywhere. So that's why we're selling off. Market's seeing that. That's how they bring inflation down. In fact, they may even put us in some sort of a deflationary, not a deflationary period for a while. Deflation is not good either, by the way, to force the Fed to start the printing machines again and absolutely bombard the marketplace with liquidity, okay? This will take some time to play out, but I think that's the plan. I really do. So if you disagree with it, great. I'm going to put the link up, you know, in a few minutes. You guys can come on and share the screen with me and we can chat about it. Maybe I'll do that after, you know, I'll put up my account and charts and things like that. So that's what I think is happening now. I think market's seeing this pretty clearly. Well, market's not liking the uncertainty that every other minute there is some announcement about something. For example, what happened last weekend on the, you know, on Bitcoin. You know, President Trump tweets, yep, Bitcoin Treasury Reserve is coming. What does Bitcoin do? It goes from 82,000 to 95,000 in like half an hour. And so all the other shit coins with it, right? Okay. Yesterday, he literally signed the executive order to create the National Bitcoin Reserve. What happens? Bitcoin sells off from 92,000 to 82,000 in like 10 minutes. I'm going like, what the hell is going on? I am okay with volatility, but this is making me like nauseous, okay? So, but I would urge all of you, if you're in the markets, to do something that I think you should do. You have to obviously have the 3 P's, right? The patience, position, and planning. Patience is of the utmost importance now, okay? Because things are not going to stop where they're supposed to stop. They're just going to go lower, and you're going to get stopped out, or you know, you're just going to blow your account. So patience. I've said this in the members live. I'm going to say it here, and I said it on these lives before. Be like the lion in the bushes, right? Don't chase rabbits. Don't chase squirrels. I know you're hungry. I know you're waiting. Just wait for a zebra to come across and give everything you have. Wait for a gazelle to come across. Give everything you have. Go chase it so you can eat for a month, as opposed to try to catch a rabbit because you're hungry. And that rabbit may be quicker than you, and then you just spent all your energy. The analogy is keep your dollars together. Keep a high cash level in your accounts because you're going to need it. And when you do need it the most, you won't have it because you're just kind of trading here, trading there, and, you know, zero DTE there, zero this, that, and no good. Patience, okay? Number two, position. Position size, utmost importance. Don't step up with everything you got. Scale in, scale out. Like today, I saw some cash secured puts. I'll share it with you on 4 different, you know, 1 index and 3 different stocks. I mean, talk about patience. Well, I waited and waited and waited and waited. And today I go, okay, first of all, when you're selling cash secured puts, you must be willing to own those stocks. If you're not willing to own it and you're just gambling, don't do it. Okay? You must be willing to own those stocks. And I'm willing to own all those 4. I usually do 5s at a time, 5 lots, which is 5 contracts, which is 500 shares. Me, out of all people, with a 6-figure account, I'm doing 2 lots at a time. What is that? That's sizing. Because I don't know where these things are going to stop. So I'm giving myself a little bit more room. Yeah, if they go up from here, if I pick the bottom, if they go up from here, great. Then I'll collect the premium and then they'll go away. But for me, I'm like, I got to size correctly. I can't shoot all my wad at once. You just got to size correctly. So I'm doing that. And the number 3 is planning. What is your plan? Is your plan to swing 0 DTEs and make $1 million? Could you have done well buying 0 DTE puts pretty much every day over the last 10 days and come out way ahead? Yeah. But, you know, I can't play that game. The other thing that's happened is that implied volatility in the marketplace has been as high as I've ever seen it, especially on the index calls and puts. So when implied volatility is that high, directional bets become really, really difficult. Okay. And when VIX is at 25, when implied volatility is hitting 30% on indexes, which usually runs about 12, 14% for weeklies or for a month out options, watch out. You can buy those options. And even if the market moves in your direction, you're still not going to make as much because the implied volatility is so high. And what's going to happen is that the theta, the IV crush is going to hit you at some point, and then you're going to go, those options just disappear. Yeah, you got to be really directional bets. Directional bets are really, really difficult when implied volatility is this high. So that's why I'm selling cash secured puts, because when implied volatility is so high, you know, you'd rather be a seller than a buyer of options. Okay. I think I said pretty much what I have to say. What else? Did I miss anything? I don't know. You guys will remind me. So put it in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna put them up now. Okay. Well, good point. One of our members. So I'm a full transparency on this channel. I lose. You just got living it with me. So I post all my positions every Monday, Wednesday, Friday after the market closes on the YouTube channel's community page. Somewhere in the middle, it'll say like live and video and shorts and things like that. You just swipe left. It says community at the end, the last tab. You click on it. It opens up a page. After the market closes between 2 p.m. Pacific to the latest, I post the positions. Again, not trading or financial advice. You want to tag along, more than welcome to do so. If you don't, But then sometimes I trade in and out quickly, and if you do tag along, you're not going to have the luxury of knowing when I'm getting out, because so I post something on Monday and on Wednesday it's not there. I may have gotten out on Tuesday. Now I don't want you to hold the bag. So in order for you to participate live, you have to become a member, and I'll send you. So if you do choose to become a member, you click on join. You get a few things. Obviously, you get this T-shirt completely free, $30 item. We'll send it to you within a week. You get the 4 live streams a month, every Wednesday, and you get the Telegram chat group. So if you do want to join, great. Shoot me an email, sergio@sergioavadian.com, and I will send you the Telegram chat group link. But you have to be a member in order to get those perks. Yeah, that's about it. So you know what? I'll just put it up in case you guys want to join later. Here is the StreamYard link. May Taney. Oh, thank you. Best advice. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's the link. So let's go to what's happening. I mean, look, it's just so volatile now. I mean, Friday is the wrong day to rally, by the way. You don't want rallies on a Friday. Actually, my preference for all this would be to end this leg. Is going to be sell off today, open really down hard on Monday, get to see the whites of the eyes, as we used to call it on the trading desk. And then once you see the whites of the eyes, then you can buy some stuff. But again, keep your powder dry. This is not a market to mess around with. It will wipe you out. And you know, I'm okay. I'm still green for the year. I don't think too many people are green for the year, and I'm appreciably green. It's not like a little green. So, you know, I'm proud to hold my stuff together, would save my butt with this experience that I have, and I hope I saved headaches for the channel members as well, and some of you subscribers who watch it. So, all right. So where are we? Are we going up? Are we going? I can tell we're already rolling over. So let's take a look. You guys can see this, right? Put a thumbs up if you guys can see it. You know, I'm tired this week, seriously. So if I don't have like my straight thought, because the volatility gets you tired. Volatility just takes a lot of energy out of you, but I'm hanging in there. All right. So let's take a look. Where are we? We are we're just holding together, I guess. Yeah, let's go to the monitor, which is now it's looking longer. I will post this today. I will not get out of these puts, obviously, but I will add to the puts. Cash secure puts anyway. And some of them have turned okay so far. I mean, I sold them when the market was like down like 280 on NASDAQ. So, and I'm going to add on the way up without a question. All right. So let's just know what that is, first of all. MST is the 2x bullish ETF of MSTR. Honestly, people, I've seen a lot in my life, but this one takes the cake. I've seen a lot. This one is a special breed, okay? Okay, for the last 3 days, okay, this moves off of MSTR. As we know, MSTR, MicroStrategy, it's called strategy now, moves off of Bitcoin. So, MSTU today, just today, high of 712, low of 582. Okay. Yesterday, high of 760, low of 560. I'm telling you. So we are now at 662 at 10:35 p.m. Pacific. Seriously. Okay. I have no idea if I'm going to get called away or not. So I have 5,500 shares with a cost of 642. Okay. It's lower because I had sold calls that they expire worthless last week. I made the biggest mistake ever when this thing rallied this week. I sold $6 calls and $7 calls. I sold the $6 calls at 32 cents. I sold the $7 calls at 24 cents. And I had no problem just getting taken away, some of it at 2,500 at 6 plus the premium, and you know, 3,007 plus the premium. It's going to turn out because I had sold cash secured puts. Those I had to close because they saw the whites of my eye on that one. And but then I ended up buying shares, replacing the puts with shares. Long story short, I have 5,500 shares. I have no idea if this thing's going to get me up over 7 or under 6. Nothing gets called or everything gets called. At the moment, as we stand, The 7s will expire worthless. I will put them out again. 6s will get called away. I don't know. We have 2.5 hours. Anything is possible. As I said, the low is 582 today, and high is 712. What would I like? I would like this to be over 7, so I just close this up and start over again and try to focus on other stuff. I have some lotto options, which are probably April's. They're going to probably expire worthless. Same thing with ARBE. I had stock in all of these. I cleaned it all up. Now, the new position that I'm building, not because I love the damn thing, but I think it's so oversold. I'm just playing this for a bounce. So I'm up to 30 lots of TSLL, which is the 2X ETF of Tesla. All the Tesla lovers, look, I love the company. I love the car. I love Elon Musk, but you can't emotionally get attached to things. So what am I doing? Okay, I'm putting some synthetic long positions on for April expiration, April 17th expiration to be exact, third Friday of April. I started selling $11 puts and buying $18 calls. That's called a synthetic. I don't want to buy the shares, but I am willing. I'm like exactly even on that position at the moment. I'm willing to own TSLL at $9 a share because my cost on the puts and calls is about $2. So on April 17th, if this is below 11, I will get a sign. But then because my credit level is at 2, my cost will be 9. At 9, Tesla would be 235, 240. Well, I talked about this thesis on the members live as well. However, if there is a dead cat bounce here, which I think there will be, this will be a profitable trade. And then I'll unlock it and then redo it again because I don't think Tesla is finished going down. I honestly think we may see 200. But it's so oversold, every measure possible. The rubber band is so stretched on Tesla that I think we may get a pop to 300, maybe 280 to 300, and then I'll be done. So that's the other thing. I have 30 lots. I have 30 of the short. I shorted 30 April 11 puts, and I have bought simultaneously, by the way. This is done simultaneously on the same ticket, as they say. As we're talking, what was MSTU? 662? We're at 682 now, so I don't know. I give up on that one. So this morning, right when we were down about 280 on NASDAQ, what did I do? Well, I'm going to add to this without a question. But so I went March 21st, 2 weeks out. I think that's when the rally is going to come, and we'll be rolling over by then. I usually do 5 lots because that's my automatic on Thinkorswim. I'm so scared of the market, and I don't want to like give him money, my hard-earned January money, which was 37%. I'm going like, you guys are not going to fool me on this one. Anyway, I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited, and today I got in the shallow end of the pool on 4 issues. One is Upstart. That's the one, by the way, went from 92 to 50. So I sold the March 21 expiration puts, cash secured puts, $50 strike. I sold them at 296. They're 265. Who knows where they'll end up today, but I will definitely add to those. Because I just want to see a bottom so I can just add to those because time decay is going to wipe these puts out. And I'm willing to own Upstart, probably up to 1,000 shares at 50 minus the premium. So 50 minus the premium at the moment, we're at 47. The stock was 92 10 days ago. So I'm okay to own that thing at 47. If not, the options will expire worthless. So that's where we are on that one. The next one is TQQQ. Because some of you may know, that's the 2X Ultra Pro 2X ETF of Triple Q, QQQ. I sold 2 of the, so I don't mind owning TQQQ at 58, 57, 58. So this morning I sold 2 of those puts at 275 or 276. That would have put me at 57.5. We're at 66.60 now. So those puts are down to $2 already. Okay, we're taking some premium in on those. Look, these are a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there, nothing. I'm not taking a victory lap or anything, trust me. But I just want to see the bottom. And now what I will do is I'll turn these into synthetics by buying some calls. I'll probably shy away on this first leg, first bounce to buy some calls because of super high implied volatility. Directional bets are going to be really difficult. That's why I'm selling premium. When the premium is this high, when the IV is high, you just sell premium, okay? The third one is Robinhood, the symbol. I wanted to own Robinhood at, let's say, 38, okay? When it was 41, I sold the puts. I took in 184, and they're 148 now, so that's turning profitable at the moment. And last but not least, Affirm Holdings, which is a BNPL, buy now, pay later company. Great earnings, great catalyst. Stock got up to 82. Right now we're at 51. This morning it got as low as 47.74, and I said, okay, I want to own this thing. I actually really do. So I sold the puts at 356. They're 275 now. So those are the positions. Somebody asked me, but I will post these at the end of the day, wherever we are. And yeah, that's where we are. So let's see. Give me 1 second. What do we do? We did something. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, that's my positions. And I'm still, after this, even after this, I'm about 70% cash. And after today, if MSTU gets called away, all of it, I'll be more in cash, if there is such a thing to say. And what do we do? What do we do? We did something. Oh, we didn't do anything. Or did we? I don't know. Okay. So that's the positions. Let's go to some, let me look at the chat if there's any questions. I want to go to the charts and show you guys the damage. Man, a lot of damage has been done. I mean, seriously, it's just some of these things are just ridiculous. Okay. Alrighty. Good morning. Yes, I'm Rando. You want to come on? Ernesto, good morning. Lynn, hey, Lynn, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Traveler. Good morning, Mojo. Where is Techie B? I don't know. May Taney. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Let us know the new positions I just did, but I'll post them. Sean, good morning. Tariff. Yeah, man. Tariffs are, I don't know. I mean, I know. You know, I talked about tariffs quite a bit. I mean, what do you think the purchaser of those goods from China or Europe are going to do, right? I mean, they're going to pass it on to you guys, to me as well. Average American, right? But I think there's a bigger plan here. I really do. I think they're going to slow down, and markets sensing it. They're going to slow down consumer spending to just literally like get inflation to a comfortable level. Because what's going to happen is that, you know, on the supply side, we'll have tariffs, right? We'll have the supply shock. So prices are going up. If nobody buys it, then consumer doesn't buy those products, then they have to lower the prices. So I think that's how we're going to try to get inflation to a reasonable area of 2% that the Fed wants. But now, today, unemployment numbers came out. Yesterday, unemployment numbers, they were not good, right? People are getting laid off right and left. And we know what Doge is doing. Doge is laying hundreds of thousands of people from the government. So, you know, there's this balancing act that this administration is playing. Although I must give it to them. I mean, the first 100 days we had more excitement. Not even 100 days, in the first month and a half, more excitement than we had in all of Biden's administration. Do I want excitement? No. Do I want this kind of stability? But I think what they're doing is necessary. I think to cut the fat, cut the fraud, cut the waste, I think is completely necessary. And I got to take my hat off to Elon. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the stock, but he I mean, not that I'm sorry about it, but he lost about a couple hundred, I don't know, 150 billion of his wealth. He still has a couple hundred billion, so I'm not worried about it. It takes a man to do what he's doing, right? Completely leave Tesla to one side and just go do this, you know, government work with Doge. I don't know. Some of you may like it, some of you may not, but I think it's necessary. Vic, good morning. Vic is still not a member. I have no idea why. The only thing certain this admission, yeah, and I just don't like uncertainty, man. Market's not liking it. Can you tell? May. Okay, so I don't know. I think you're new. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Pass the word around. Keeping all my powder dry. Yes, sir. They're learning. If there's nothing, they're learning. Come on, man. What do you mean you're... No, I'm joking. I know you're in 3 hours ahead of me. Hey, thank you, sir. I just chickened out. I just did twos. When was the last time I did twos? Ein? Just a chicken. No, I'm doing fine. I'm not worried about it. I don't think Trump... No, I really do. I think Scott Bessent, forget Trump. I think Scott Bessent is a very, very intelligent man. I think they have a game. No. I think I know you're leaning the other way usually, but no, I really do think they have a game. They are playing very, very, very risky game. Okay, but they have a plan. I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, I think he's too. Although, see, you guys know how they do this, right? The rich people, the real rich people, like Bill Gateses and Bezoses and Trump's. I'm not Trump. Trump's not rich. Well, maybe he's now. Elons of the world. You know how they do it, right? So they have all their wealth is tied up in their stock. So what they do, they go to Goldman Sachs. They goes like, here's 5 million shares of Tesla at $400. That's worth $2 billion. Give me a $2 billion loan. The Goldman Sachs goes, of course I will. I give you $1.5 billion with interest, charge the interest. The interest is deductible. The stock is on collateral. Now, when the stock keeps going down like this, there is a threshold for that. The Goldman is not going to hold the bag on this. Goldman is going to go, okay, Elon, you need to bring me some more cash because the collateral has gone down a lot, or bring more shares. And then that's how these rich people do it. So I'm talking the 0.0001% billionaire group, right? So they go, especially if they're stockholders, they go put their stock as collateral, take loans out. That's their cash, right? They go buy buildings, and like Bezos is very well known to do that, right? He puts the stock for collateral. He just bought the most expensive mansion in LA, $150 million he paid. So what is he doing? Double interest, okay? So he's borrowing on his shares. He's writing that interest off, okay? And then, he goes buys it for cash. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a mortgage on that. So you guys understand how the big boys play this game? That's how the game is played. But if the stock keeps going down, which had happened before, by the way, when Tesla got to 100, they were just liquidating Tesla right and left. The people who lent him money, the people are the Wall Street boys, like the Morgan Stanleys and JP Morgans and Goldmans and all that stuff. So that's how the big boys play the game. So they put the stock for collateral and they write it off. See, I wish I could do that. Yeah, exactly. Or you don't go bring in more shares, which I'm sure Elon has plenty of. So yeah, I'm not worried about Elon, but I take my hat off to him doing what he's doing. I mean, putting 200 billion on fire to fix a government that may not be fixable you got to give him a little credit here, okay? Although that's another funny thing that hit me. All the people, okay, all the owl lovers and the tree huggers who loved Elon, they loved Elon. They loved Elon before he just jumped in bed with Trump. They were like, oh, he's saving the world. He's saving my owl. He's saving my trees. Electric cars are the best. I'm going like, how's electric cars are the best? But anyway, electric cars are the best. All those people now hate Elon. You know what I mean? Like, what a world we live in. Literally, things have switched around. So now all the gas guzzling, motorheads or gas heads, now they're going to go buy Elon's car. I don't know if they will. So Tesla sales have collapsed. That's why the stock is going down too. Although there's a switchover from their best-selling car, the Model Y is going into a new model. I don't even know what the name is, but it looks nice. So until that happens, yeah, there's some pain in Tesla. Well, there has been pain in Tesla. It's like it's down. I think the Trump pump was like it took him to 488, which made the company $1 trillion market cap. I think last I looked, it was like 260 something or 258 something. So I'm like, yeah. So what are you, tree huggers, owl lovers? Why don't you go buy the Teslas now? Support Elon, because I think he's doing something good. I think he's doing something really necessary. You know, cut the fraud, cut the waste. I really do. Look, whatever it is, it may be peanuts. I don't know. Because we have 30, what is it, 37 trillion now in debt. I mean, that needs to end. So anyway, that was my political speech for the day. All right, so let's look at some charts. Let's see what kind of damage we created here, man. We created a lot of damage here, people. Look at this. Everything is turning green. I hate this market. I really do. I sure hope they don't go green today. I really do. If they go green today, Monday will be ugly. We sure have rallied though, like a ton from the low. Yeah, I was right about selling those puts. So I will sell more puts. All right, let's go charts. Where are the charts? Here are the charts. Everybody can see this. Please put a thumbs up if you can see it. Man, we came close today. All right, so this is the triple Qs, 1 year, 1 day. I don't draw too many lines on my charts, but this line, this channel has been drawn for like, I don't know, a year now, way before I started the channel. We broke that channel. We just took a whoosh down. We're right at the 200 EMA. Okay, here's my game plan. We'll get to rally to 500, maybe 506 on triple Qs rollover. I will definitely buy puts this next time, index puts, although we're extremely, extremely oversold. So we broke the channel today, and then we're bringing it back. In fact, we're green for the day. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Spider, same thing. We're way under the channel. We broke the channel a while ago. That channel has been in, okay, you guys want to know how long that channel has been in play? Long goddamn time. Here's the 3 year. Look at that channel. That channel goes back to October of 2023, people. So this channel has been in play, and we just broke that channel. So when we break like uptrend lines that are that important, things are not going to be done that fast. So my anticipation as a technician, let's say, we'll bounce back, snap back to the channel we broke from, and 20 is crossing the 50 to the downside. That'll be resistance, and we will retest, because this game is not over as far as I'm concerned. Now, unless market's going to make me wrong, which has done plenty of time in the past, and it's a V bottom, we'll go make new highs, I take my hat off to the market. What else is there to say? But at the moment, things are not looking good. So we created resistance up here, about 580 on the SPY. We're at 575, 580, 585, max 590. I'll start selling some calls and buying some puts. Go the other way around, just like what we were doing on the way up. So, I mean, I'll go through a few charts. I mean, honestly, charts are meaningless at the moment. Seriously. It's just you look at the chart, you go, okay, yeah, I should do support here, and then support is like what support? I mean, it's going through like hot knife through butter. So let's look at some charts. Apple. Let's look at the Mag 7. Apple actually did not sell off at all. So if you guys want to make money on a down market, find stocks that are green, already in a down market. That's called outperformance. I've said this a million times. Find them. They are out there. All my Chinese names. If you own only Chinese names, going back, I don't know, this last 2 weeks, you would have even made money. Forget about suffering with the downdraft. Here's a firm that I sold the 50 puts on. I will sell more puts on this. I want to own this badly, but if I don't own it, look at it. Look at the thing. Okay, here's the earnings, by the way. This is the catalyst. Gap up, 82.53 high. What day was that? Look at this thing. I mean, come on, man. What technical analysis support this, that? Garbage. Nothing. And then, in fact, one of my members asked me some very, very relevant, important question. He goes, Serge, isn't your rule of thumb don't buy things when they go under 200 EMA? I said yes and no. Because of my experience, I can do it, but you don't do it yourself. Anyway, so I will explain that though. But he was right. You know, I taught them that. They go, don't buy shit that's under 200 EMA, because that's like no good, no bueno. But anyway, so what date was that? Let's take a look. February 18th, people. Jesus. February 18th, 82.53. Today's low, 48. We're at 51. So I sold the 50 puts at 3.5 or something like that. Why did I do that? Well, right here, we're into support, right? And I want to own it at like, I don't know, 46.5, 47 range, right into support. Why do I want to own it? Because I want to play this bounce. Now, you can't just set cash secured puts and play bounces. That's the credit part of the game. Now we have to have the debit part of the game put together. So I'm just going to hold off until Monday to buy some calls. But actually, let's go through the ones I bought anyway. So TQQQ is triple Q's 2x ETF. So where see this line right here is where my position is at. So I sold 60 puts, took in about $3 because I wanted to own it right here about 57, 58. And I'm willing to own these shares at that level. Seriously am. So I'm just, you know, I'll add to the puts though, selling puts anyway. And the next one is Upstart. So for example, TQQQ went from 91 to 63 this morning. Jesus. Here's Upstart, the ones I sold more puts on. UPST surge. Oh my God, I'm dyslexic. Here we go. Okay, look at this thing. Here's the catalyst earnings. Blew it out. 96.43 high. It's 50. Half. Market's only gone down 12%. This thing has gone down 50%. But that's what happens when you deal with 4 or 5 beta stocks. So with the premiums are being so high, it's like, okay, I'll sell some March puts for a couple of weeks out. They'll probably expire worthless. But then I want to own this. Like I want to own Upstart. I sold them at like 3 something. I want to own it at like 47 after seeing it at 96. So yeah, that's that. And the last one was Robinhood. And I sold the puts on that. I sold the 40 puts on Robinhood right in this band of support right here. You know, why didn't I do synthetic longs? I don't know. I don't want to pay too much premium on the call side. But then, you know, again, Robinhood 67 high, 41 low. What the heck is going on? I mean, and this is MSTU. Now we're at 677, so I may get called the sevens that way, or I may not. Actually, I don't want the sevens to get called away. If we're close, I'll just roll them to, I don't know, next week's, because the premiums are so juicy on these. This is MSTR that MSTU moves off of. This is going with Bitcoin. This is just, I like this chart. I mean, it bounced off the 200 EMA, so I don't know. Some of you may not like what's his name, Michael Saylor, but I do. AMD. I keep getting emails about AMD. I'm like, why are you guys so stuck on this thing? This is as bad as Tesla. Probably was worse. Look at this chart. What a disaster. 99. Okay, what about it? If NVIDIA is doing this, here's NVIDIA. If NVIDIA is doing what it's doing, I turned green too now. If NVIDIA goes from 142, literally, I don't even know when that was. 142 from, again, everything top February 18th. So 142, 143 and change to 107. Why do I want AMD in my life? If I'm gonna buy anything, I was just gonna buy Nvidia. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, Amazon. Yeah, under his 200 day. That was a nice sell-off, 242.5 to 190 some change. Yeah, this pullback was special. Definitely special. However, here's the stocks I've been bullish on forever now. Well, forever, at least a month and a half, if you're following me at all. I'm very bullish on China because I created the thesis that there is massive stimulus happening in China because their economy is in the toilet. And all these stocks are going to go up. Sure enough, Baba 80 to 145. Another one I like is Bilibili. That's their YouTube. Retesting the old high. We traded this beautifully on the channel and the members. Hopefully you guys did too. You know what I mean? See, if you look at these stocks, do you think, could you guess the market's like on its butt? No. Here's JD Uniphase. There you go. Right? Baidu. See? You wouldn't know. They're all green. Last 4 days, all the market's taking it in the chin. And here's PDD, Pinduoduo, the owner of Temu. They have a lot of room to run, by the way. Baba has run a lot, but all the other ones, Bilibili and the other ones, have a lot more room to run. Bitcoin, this is the 2x ETF of IBIT. This is BITX. I don't know about that, but IBIT definitely did hold the 200 EMA. IBIT is the BlackRock iShares ETF. It moves dollar for dollar with Bitcoin. One of our group members nailed Celsius, and yesterday I was talking to him. I said, I think I'm going to buy some Celsius. Of course, I didn't, but I shorted the other puts. I'm going to sell some more puts actually while we're on it here. Up 175. That's nice. Nice. So the outperformance part of the game is, people, when your stock is unchanged or green or down a few pennies while the market's down 280, what do you think is going to happen to the stock if the market turns? It's going to fly. That's called outperformance. Here's Google. I think Google got really cheap too. Yep. 208 to 168. I mean, this is not a joke pullback here. So I may sell some, can't figure, put some Goldman. Oh yeah. Look at that puppy. 672 down to 542. Yes. Goldman or JP Morgan, one or the other. I want to sell some, put some financials. Good thing I looked at it, actually. Good thing you guys are here. I mean, that thing came down, kissed the 200 EMA. That thing doesn't get to 200 EMA. Okay, cool. JP Morgan. JP Morgan is not there yet. Goldman is a $500 stock. It's going to be expensive to sell these puts, though. But then the premium will be there. So I'm reminding myself of that. I looked at the other ones. What else? If you had any questions about stocks, put it up there. Yeah, Mara, I think Marathon Bio, that base had really good earnings, man. I mean, these stocks are so trashed, though. Just these charts are trashed, man. Micron, it needs a lot of work to say. Micron's just going sideways. It's actually kind of outperforming, to be honest. Let's just go on wide trading range, 110 to, I don't know, 90, 85. Not yet. Nike definitely bottom, so cash ticker puts on Nike would be definitely proper. See, it doesn't go down. Market goes down, these stocks. So then when market turns, these things turn. This was my good short, Oklo. That's the nuclear stock. Look at that downtrend. Yeah, people couldn't buy enough. Oh, it's going to 100. Stock doesn't have shit. We shorted it, actually. Covered early, but still made money. I mean, that may be in a buy zone, actually, to be guys. I mean, it's garbage, but, even garbage rallies. Where are we at here? 25.98. Yeah, may sell some, 25 puts on that. I think I will. Yeah. Okay. So Goldman and Oklo was selling puts on those. Palantir. Yes. What happened to Palantir? We shorted that beautifully, didn't we? No. Actually, I got some hate from another channel members group. Yeah, Palantir, I think ultimately is going to 58, 60 to 200 EMA. Yeah, I'll have it that camp Palantir somewhere. Yeah, that thing, I mean, 128 to 78 or 76. That's a big ass sell off. Triple Qs. Oh, we looked at triple Qs, but they keep rallying. I don't know where they are. Yeah, we're done. We'll see what happens at the end of the day. I want to sell off at the end of the day, actually, honestly. Because this set up my Tuesday bottom perfectly. Oh, the elephant in the room. Tesla. You guys have any other questions? Please put them up. Where did SoFi get? I like SoFi about 11. Not here, though. Yeah, oh my God, SoFi did hit the 200 EMA at 11 and change. Still red. See, that's not a good sign. Shouldn't be red. Should be green. TLT is going to be my next trade. I think that the TLT is definitely something to pay attention to. That's the 20-year iShares ETF. It's inverse, by the way. So when TLT goes up, that means interest rates are going down. When TLT goes down, that means actual interest rates are going up. Yeah, they want to get this TLT down up to like 102. They want to get to 10-year, 20-year, which all the mortgages and car loans and things like that are based on, down. The interest rates down. Fed's not doing it. Market's saying we don't believe it. So if we slow the economy down to a point, yes, the market will maybe sell off 25, 30%, but then the printing machines will stop. And that's why I'm like eternally bullish on Bitcoin. Because printing machines will never stop. Tesla. Is it green yet? Of course not. What a dog. Anyway, without brutalizing it, I mean, the mother of all sell-offs here happening. 488 down to 250 today it hit. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to say about Tesla. I'm going to play a bounce of 300. I'm positioned correctly. So if, and this is TSLL, by the way, the one I'm positioned with. I'm not positioned with Tesla. Look at that thing. 41 and a half. And what did it hit today? $9? Holy crap. So, yeah, I see a bounce on this for maybe 15. That means Tesla should bounce. Well, Tesla will bounce first. Tesla's to 300. This will be 15. And my position will be justified. What else? Upstart, we looked at already. I want to sell more puts on Upstart for sure. Maybe not today. I mean, it's unbelievable what's going on. Some of these numbers. Right? Okay, so let me get to the front. Let's see if you guys have any questions. And then we'll say goodbye. And we'll watch MSTO until 1 o'clock. Thank you, Ahmed. Likewise. No. I don't know. I may sell some puts. I'll put it on the chat, on the members chat. I see Rere as a long. I'll take a look at it. Yeah. If you know the news, Mojotronics, that means it's not news. I'm not putting that down. I'm just saying if it's out in public, Palantir is so expensive that I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. Might have to go above 1730. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it will. Riri, Sunkite 1. Let's take a look at Riri. What is Riri? 1 second. You're not seeing the chart now, are you? See, I got the trick going now. No, you guys are seeing the chart. Okay, Riri. Really as a long. What is it? Atrenew Inc. Is it foreign? Is it Chinese? Nice. Nice chart. Is it Chinese? It looks like it. Nice chart, man. You know what I mean? Neo, our members' favorite, is the Tesla of China. I mean, there is a point to what he's doing, right? You see how Cash Secure puts on Neo, taking 30, 40 cents every month. It's a $4 stock. You'll own it. And they're like, in 10 months, you own it for zero if you do get assigned. I don't know when earnings are coming out on this, but, premiums are pretty good on Neo. Yeah, nice chart. I don't know anything about it, but, it's nice and steady. It's not one of those crazy ones. Let's look at the 3-year. Yeah. You have your limited risk down to about 325-ish. That's where you stop it. As long as it keeps making new highs. MACD is a little overbought. It looks like a little bit of a bearish divergence down here, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, get out of bed. What else are we doing? So why do we sell more puts? They melted already. Hood is down to $1.30. I sold them at $1.85. I'll add. I don't care. They'll just keep going lower. Time is on my side. I have 10 trading days. These things will melt down, people. Yeah. They're already melting down. Okay. All right. Let's go back. And all right. So anything else? Anybody want to come on? Here's the link. Last chance. So I'll summarize. There's the link if any of you want to show your faces. Nobody? Come on now. So my summary is I have a pretty good thesis on what's going on. We'll see how the market ends today, honestly. So I have some cover calls that are out there. Reminder, don't do cover calls on MSTU because that thing is just uncontrollable, honestly. I'm just like, I'll be glad if it gets taken away, give me more dry powder so I can do some more, cash secure puts. And then this time I will just go synthetic, meaning like I will sell the puts by the calls. That's called a synthetic long. So that way you don't have to put up the money to buy the stock. So I have a synthetic long actually on TSLL for April. I'm short the 30. I'm short the 11 puts long the 18 calls. You're going to say, well, why are you doing 18 calls? I'm like, no, just a little bit of a kicker actually. Why? Because I'm taking in $2 credit and owning the calls, and I'm pretty much sure calls will expire worthless. But if Tesla ever decides to be green one day, and maybe get a bounce to 300, hopefully. If it doesn't, it's okay. I mean, I'm at 11, so the puts will expire worthless, and I'll collect the $2. CABT as a long, but needs a pullback. Okay, let's take a look at that too. Well, now I know you guys can see it. Okay, now you guys can. ABT. Let's take a look. Charts. ABT. Abbott Labs. Yeah, that's a consumer cyclical. I mean, consumer cyclical, yeah, not discretionary. So this is the other thing that I've been talking about, right? So you guys think market's going down, everything is bad, right? No, look at Coca-Cola. See what I mean? This is what you guys have to understand. There's massive rotation going on, right? This is the 1 hour. Let's put the daily. See Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola's going up, market's going down. When market's going down, what does well? Tobacco stocks do well, like Philip Morris. They're not exciting, but it'll save you a lot of headaches. So, world is not made of just Apple and Nvidia. Okay, look at Philip Morris making a 52-week high, while the market's selling off 12%. So when the market's selling off, not consumer discretionary, but consumer cyclicals or consumer staples do well, such as Philip Morris. Why? Because When the economy slows down or gets in a recession, people are depressed. They smoke more, they eat more, right? Well, you got to eat. So all the food stocks do well. Pepsi's do well. Coca-Cola's do well. See? Pepsi, not that much. But Coke, for sure. See? It's about to make a 52-week high. So, but the consumer discretionary, such as Wingstops and, I don't know, I think Wing is getting killed. Look at that. See, people are not going to go out. People are not going to go buy food, ready-made food, but the supermarket stocks do well. Look at this Wingstop, $4.33 down to $2.10, half price. You know what I mean? You guys got to just go with the punches here. You guys have to understand that when the economy is not doing well, some parts of the market do well. Utilities do well, right? Because you need power, you need to eat, you need the roof over your head, and maybe you won't go to Home Depot and fix your house. But Costco, let's see what Costco's doing. It's my favorite company on the planet. Yeah, earnings must not have been good. It got smashed today, but still very close to 52-week high. And if you look at a long-term chart of Costco, what an animal. Target, Target retail, right? Look at that. See what I mean? See, these stocks have already been telling you guys that the economy is in the toilet. Dollar General. Look at this thing. Okay? Look at these downtrends. This is like only market. This is happening way before the market sold off. So I was talking about this for months now, that the consumer is not well, right? And nobody believed it though. But then now I guess maybe I'll get another 5 subscribers. So yeah, that's the thing. So now in the market. So what do you guys have to do? I'll finish with that. So what am I going to do? I have 2 positions on my long-term. Well, 2. Well, I'm long Unity Software. I'm long about 22. It got up to 32. I go like, no, I like it long-term, so I'm going to keep it. It's about 24. So the other thing I did is start selling in my long-term investment account. I from the 30s, sold it in the 150 range in a year and 5 months. Now I want to get back in. Okay, it's giving me a chance. Oh, today was close. So I sold cash secured puts on Kava in my long-term investment account, $80 at like $4. I want to own this 76 range. And like the company, nothing has changed. Earnings were okay. Just selling off with the market. It's an expensive stock, right? But I'd rather own this than Chipotle. See, people are not going to go out and eat. Is that what the market's saying? Look at that thing. 66 to down to 50. So, but I like Kava a lot more than Chipotle, and I don't mind owning it about 76. 172 high, it got way ahead of itself. And I was in there though. So those are the 2 positions I have in the long-term account. The trading account, completely different story. Trading account, we're swinging options. We'll be fine. Anyway, so here's the deal. This is what you guys do. How do you find outperforming stocks on a, right? People go like, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. I go, well, first you got to know, right? I mean, you got to know what groups do well in a recession, right? Food stocks do well, drinking, alcohol stocks, all that stuff, tobacco stocks do well. But how do you do that? Well, you all have some sort of brokerage account, obviously, in Robinhood or Thinkorswim or Ameritrade or whatever. All of them provide you with these wonderful tools that I bet half of you don't use. What are those tools? Okay, you can run scanners. I just set one up on Thinkorswim because I was switched from Schwab to TOS. I set one up. Now I check it every day. Market's going down, right? Every day, pretty much, for the last 10 days. I run a scanner on 52-week highs. Okay? And yesterday, even on an ass, market just tanking, right? It gave me like 45 new ideas. So the point I'm trying to make is you can find these outperforming stocks, because if these stocks are going up when the market's going down, when the market turns, these stocks will fly. That's outperformance. So go to 52-week high list. Don't be a sucker about buy low, sell high. That does not work. Buy low, goes lower. You have to train your brain now for buy high, sell higher, as opposed to buy low, sell high. Yes, some things you can buy low, sell high. I get it. But then it's going to be a yo-yo, right? I mean, if you own NVIDIA, let's say, you did wonderful. Well, now, if you own NVIDIA last 6 months, you're down. Again, buy low, sell high. I don't know. You're going to say, oh, Serge, I want to hold NVIDIA for the next 20 years. I'm like, good luck to you. It's not going to be there. It'll probably be lower than what it is today. Because all these companies have their growth phases, right? But check out 52-week highs. 52-week highs are where you need to be, where you need to position your portfolio. Yes, you can trade, but that's tiring. That's not for everyone. So that's how you find. And then you can also run a scanner on an up market. Run a scanner, stocks making 52-week lows. There's a bunch of those. When the market was making all-time highs, what was Dollar General doing? Making all-time lower lows, right? Lower highs and lower lows. Celsius, same thing, until it turned. That thing went down for a year. My point is, if you want to short things on an up market, find a list of 52-week lows and keep pressing it. And when the market's going down, find some 52-week highs and keep pressing those, as opposed to you doing other things. That'll be my advice to most of you. Anybody want to come on? Nobody wants to come on? Come on now, man. McDonald's, really? There you go. See? My member knows. Good for you, bro. That's all we got to look at. We got to set up those 52-week high list and, add to your watch list. I'm not telling you to go buy it right now, but those are the ones to buy on dips. When the market sells off, they go up. When the market turns, they fly. And the other ones do what Upstart is doing, or Hood is doing, or Affirm is doing. Go down $40. Well, go down with the market, go up with the market. And to me, there's always something new to learn. So do it. Oklo. Lewis, I don't know, man. I hate that. I mean, I hated it at 55. I hated it more at 60. Should we mess with it? Really? I don't know. Let's take a look. Use FinViz or ChartMill as free. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's it right there. Why don't you become a member, Sunkite? We have some crazy good traders in there, bro. Well, I'm in there anyway. Use FinViz or ChartMill as free scanners and look for... Exactly. Okay, cool. It's easy, man. Just they're ready-made mostly. You can adjust it according to your own filters. Like I've adjusted mine with different filters. I don't want like shit stocks. I want, small cap, mid cap, or whatever. You can adjust your filters, or trading volume and things like that. What was I saying? Oklo. Let's take a look. Look, it's still down today, Lewis. Market's bouncing and it's down. What does that say? When the market sells off, what do you think is going to happen? I don't want to get stuck with something I shorted. To change my mind and go long. Maybe for a quick trade. Let's take a look. I don't know. See, this is a bad influence on me. Oklo. Oh, you guys can't see it. God damn, I keep forgetting. Here. Now you guys can see it. Okay, it turned finally green. What are we doing? We're selling puts? Let's go. Let's take a look. Let's go. Lewis. Oh. Wow. They're juicy, bro. For 2 weeks out, there's $2. 172. No. Yeah. They got up to 286. I'll sell some of those. I'll sell the 25 puts. I'll sell a couple of those. Make a few $100. I won't sell them here though. I'll wait until about 225. I should bounce. I mean, no doubt. Where should it bounce to? I mean, if it bounces to the 50 EMA, that's 35, which I think it will. Now, you're going to go buy calls? I don't know. No, I wouldn't buy calls. I'll just sell puts. What's the IV on these things? You're a bad influence, Lewis. 25s are just about $2. $2 would be fine. I don't mind owning that at 23 for a bounce. Are the earnings out on that thing yet? 135 IV for a couple of weeks. Holy crap. Yeah, all these IVs are so high. So damn high. You know, I'll add to the other ones before I sell this one. How about Lewis? I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I want to build a... I know those four. This one, there's no earnings, no catalyst, no nothing. The only reason this thing did what it did is its CEO became energy secretary for Trump. Like, and so what about it? I mean, really, you know what I mean? Exactly. See, Vic is right. Why? No, sell some puts, just collect premium. That's all. I agree with Vic. Stay away from garbage. I'm having a difficult time with good stuff, let alone garbage. I mean, it's a fine company, don't get me wrong, but this company's worth, like, even at this price, is with like 4 billion market cap with zero revenue. Like, what is happening in this world? But anyway, so if nobody wants to come keep me company, I'm going to take off. I'm going to go watch my MSTU to see if I get called away or not. What a goddamn roller coaster that thing is. So if it's above 7, all gone, all 5,500 shares. If it's under 7, 2,500 shares will begin. I'll still have 3,000 shares, and I'll immediately sell calls immediately. This time I'm going to sell like in the money calls, because my cost base is like, I think it's like low 5s now after a couple of weeks. So anyway, but before I do anything else, I'm going to sell more puts on the 4 names that I sold puts on. I have 2 weeks, March 21. So patience. Also patience selling puts. Cash secure puts idea is sell puts when the market's red. Don't sell puts when the market's green. Okay, that's one of my rule of thumbs anyway. But also be mindful that you want to own that name. There's potential that you're going to own that name if it goes against you, and you're going to get assigned. Or you can roll, obviously. But I truly want to own those names. I'm not rolling. I'm not doing any of that. I want to own the names. So if I don't own the names, at least they're paying me to play. That's the way I look at it. No, not really. But anyway, so yeah, I've seen enough of you in the members live on Wednesday. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna say, hang in there. Nothing goes down forever. Nothing goes up forever. If you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel and put a thumbs up and pass these wonderful chats around, because I think I'm showing some value. But I'm proud of myself this week to keep my powder dry, be about 80% cash, and now step up and watch my equity carefully. Let's see if we can make a new high in equity in March. That would be awesome. And I'll share those numbers at the end of March. Any questions? No. You all stay healthy, please. That's the most important thing. Don't watch the market tick for tick for tick, because you're gonna go into the nut house if you do that. Don't do that. 3 P's rule: patience, position, and planning. And don't overtrade. Don't revenge trade. You know, you don't have to be in the market every day. Just step up when you need to. Be the lion in the bushes. I don't know what else to say. That's it. That's where we are. And go make some money. In order to make money, you have to have money. Well, don't blow it when the market goes down like this, because then, opportunity cost, right? So keep your powder dry, keep your shit together, and because there's always too, right? Believe me, I've seen this movie so many times. It's just getting old, actually. But what do we say? Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. Don't be a pig, okay? But that said, have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you guys Monday. So Monday, trading with Sergio. You guys will know if I still own MSTU or not. Isn't that exciting? Like, no. Today, by the way, there is a crypto. What's happening today at the White House? I mean, this is going to be the wonderful 4 years of volatility. We had more volatility in these 45 days than we had the last 4 years with Biden. So, which is better? I don't know. For me, it's probably volatility is better. But I was like, today there's a crypto something happening, crypto summit or whatever. I'm sure there'll be a tweet that Bitcoin will go to 75,000 and then bounce back to 100,000 in like 45 minutes. I don't know. But don't watch every tick. You'll get sick. So see you guys later. See you on Monday.